seconds.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Looking for the two-point try. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good, and now they trail by only one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with him. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Gonna run it. It's Durham. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Makes the grab. It's Green. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown LSU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
LSU 30, Ohio State 22.
So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And as that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Punts it out of the air. It's a running room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Peoples. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Tsgh. With the catch, it's Peoples. Powers through. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Lost the defense, he's wide open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. He lobs one high down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run.
Out of space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Now was a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
Makes the catch. It's Smith. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Finds his man. It's Tate. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gonna look downfield again. That's caught. It's Tate. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. Using his feet to buy time. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Bring in the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden, it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating an...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to...
Let's it fly. much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Might be calling a hot route. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Going up top again. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. His defense needed this bad.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. He's loose. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Here's a heat. Got him downfield. Lowers the... There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Peoples. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Rushes on him. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks. In this game...
Purdy on the Jets. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
Under fire. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The inside handoff. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. They've only converted 1 time in 3 fourth down attempts, but they'll try to move the sticks with this one. He's got it, first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being...
He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Ohio State! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Right on the money. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Sharp. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Now on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that one.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that ball.
He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? On to attempt to try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Tsgh. Finds the tight end. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this all.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll line up to go for 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to buy time. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 30. Look out, he's got room. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The sure hands, it's Peoples. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. He's going up top. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Tsgh. Finds his big tight end. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. They just keep firing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, and certainly through the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Pressure coming. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This crowd knows when to bring it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with their route. Great job securing the catch.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 78 yards down the field. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. With the catch, it's Durham. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snags it down the right side. Running free. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Oh, they're after it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
He's going up top here late in the game. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Tsgh. Buys a little time. He'll try to do it himself. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Keeps looking downfield. Fires into the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.